Borderlands 4 is an absolute monster of a game. It's well over 100 hours just for your first playthrough, if you'd like to fully complete everything that is. And therefore, there is a lot of things that you could be doing wrong that are making that process take far longer than it needs to, or simply making the game unnecessarily hard for yourself. So let's take a look at the top 10 mistakes that you might be making and how to rectify them. And please note, I'm not trying to rush you through the game. We all play games at our own pace. I am a very slow gamer. The only problem is, if you are making some of these mistakes, you could be unnecessarily burning yourself out on the game, and I just don't want that to happen for you. In no particular order, we will start out with stop hoarding your rewards. As you probably know by this point, you get rewards for pretty much every single thing that you do in this game. For completing challenges, completing main quests, side quests, like just so many things. And you actually need to physically go into your inventory and claim these rewards. And they will come in the form of cash, experience, cosmetics, and most importantly, for the purposes of this tip, guns and weapons and equipment. And the reason you want to stop hoarding these rewards and the reason you want to be opening these ASAP is because they stay at the level that you were when you earned them. There is no point saving these rewards up, and if you forget about them, you could potentially be hindering your build without realizing it. So make sure you go in and check after every couple of missions, because you've probably got like a dozen unclaimed rewards. That happened to me on multiple occasions. And if you're lucky, you might pull a new really good weapon that's going to considerably improve your build. Next up, my friends, stop trying to complete every single contract that you see on every single contract board. Some of these are relatively fun, and they will reward you with a small amount of experience and a small amount of money, sometimes the occasional other reward as well. But honestly, apart from getting the achievement for completing, I think it's like 80 of them, there's no point in them. They give you a tiny amount of experience compared to just like grinding out groups of badasses, or more importantly, progressing actual quests, be it side quests or main quests. And the concern with trying to complete so many contracts is, like I said at the start of the video, you might end up burning yourself out, and then you won't enjoy the end game as much because you are just fed up of doing the same thing over and over again. They are just like the old miscellaneous quests in Skyrim. They're just there to fluff up the game, and if you do enjoy that, then of course, by all means, interact with them. But for the majority of people, I would say it's just going to make it needlessly tedious. Just ignore contracts. Now, something you don't want to be ignoring is the side quests. So the next tip is to stop rushing the main quest. There are a few different reasons for this. Firstly, and probably most importantly, it's an easy way to become severely underleveled. Now, I appreciate we're not all completionists who want to 100% everything, but it's not a race, and you will enjoy the game a lot more if you do engage with all the side content and immerse yourself in the world. Not only because some of these side characters and side quests are really cool, but it's a good way to level up and make main missions a lot easier for yourself because you won't be underleveled. Don't forget that there is level scaling in this game. Enemies will always scale up to your level, but they won't scale down to your level. So if you're trying to rush main quests too early, you're gonna get wrecked when enemies are like 3, 4, 5 levels above you. So please, don't try and rush the main quest. Do at least some side stuff, even if you're not usually a full completionist. Next up, stop forgetting to use your Repkit. Remember, this goes doubly for Borderlands veterans. Health packs will still drop in encounters, they do still exist. But in Borderlands 4, remember, you also have your personal Repkit that can be used, obviously, when not on cooldown, very, very frequently, and it will give you a huge boost of health. Repkits are so important in this game, and them, along with a few of the other pieces of gear, are why fights are even bigger and even badder than ever before, because Repkits are also proper loot, they're proper equipment with equipment bonuses and even firmware. So these will play heavily into how you build your character. Do not neglect your Repkit. Next up, something that it's very easy for many gamers to do is to save up all of your ultimate abilities, all of your really powerful things for bosses and badasses and other big scary situations. But please stop saving your action skills and your heavy ordnance for these situations. 99% of the time, they have crazy quick cooldowns. So burn through all of your special powers all of the time. Most of them will have unlimited ammo, and they will recharge after like 20 or 30 seconds. And in the case of Rafa, using my crit hit Rafa build as an example, I can activate his Peacebreaker cannons at the start of a very long encounter, and because of the various different bonuses and benefits that I've incorporated into this build, they will literally last indefinitely as long as there is an enemy around to shoot. So I will use this skill at the start of every single encounter, and I will have my action skill available pretty much 24/7. And every class has similar builds with their action skills that will allow you to pretty much use them infinitely. So stop saving them up, spam them to your heart's content, make the game easier for yourself. Next up, in a similar vein to rewards, please stop neglecting to spend your SDU points. Again, very easily done because many things in the game give you SDU points, and you are making the game unnecessarily more tedious for yourself if you aren't using them, especially for your inventory upgrades. Being able to carry more guns is huge, and I advise maxing out that category as soon as possible. Again, even if you can't bring yourself to do everything, I understand, but please, at the very least, make sure you focus on encounters and other content that will grant you SDU points, and then go and spend them to increase your capacities and your ammo counts and things like that, because it's really going to help later on in the game when certain instances can get very big and very long. That's what she said. Next up, this one will probably only apply to newer players. Well, no, to be fair, saying that, veterans are likely to neglect this thing as well. So please, stop being stationary in fights. Yes, hopefully this is something that previous Borderlands titles have already taught you if you are a veteran, but it bears repeating because of all of the new movement options. The game is going to punish you hard for camping. So keep on the move or you'll be punished, especially later on in the game when the difficulty ramps up and you start fighting lots of enemies with lots of new moves and new mechanics that do punish being stationary. So remember, double jumping, gliding, dashing, using your grappling hook, swimming, mantling. You want to be darting across arenas like a ninja warrior. Make sure you master these skills early on, because in boss fights and other major encounters, they are going to be put to the test, literally. Next up, stop forgetting to use the combat radar. Don't forget that when you first launch the game, you will have the ability to enable the combat radar or to use the new Borderlands 4 compass. And if you did miss this, or if you did click it and then regret it, at any time you can go into the settings and you can change this in the game options. So if you are someone like me who struggles with positioning in fights, stop trying to use the new little compass bar to keep track of your enemies. Go into the game settings and enable the combat radar. Next up, this is absolutely huge advice for someone who doesn't want to use guides to show them where every single secret in the game is and you would prefer to look yourself. Stop neglecting the new movement systems outside of combat, and this includes the Digirunner. With the Digirunner, you can effectively turn your double jump into a quadruple jump. You can jump with the Digirunner itself, then you can jump off the Digirunner, then you still have 2 more double jumps after that as well, and you can use this to get to basically every area in the game just all the time. It's absolutely fantastic. Use this with all of the other new movement options to make sure you are exploring high and low. Verticality plays a huge role in the exploration of this game, and in combat, to be fair, as well. But yeah, make sure you are searching high and low. There are so many hidden secrets on top of high-rise buildings, underwater, on satellite towers, out in the middle of the ocean. So many different reasons to use all of these new skills, both in and out of combat. And last, and probably also least as well, is stop forgetting to use fast travel. Stop trying to run back to hand quests in manually. Yes, I know I talked earlier about not everything being a race and not having to rush around everywhere, but there's enjoying the game, and then there's just wasting your own time. Remember, you can fast travel back to any unlocked point at any time with the click of a button. You don't need to be at a specific location, so you don't need to go and find another fast travel station to interact with first. You can just open your menu and go. So make sure you're unlocking all of the fast travel points you can as you see them, and then stop running all the way back to town, do yourself a favor, and just teleport there. You're going to have a much better time. That's it, my friends. They are my top 10 things that you need to stop doing, not doing, whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. If at least one of these things helped you out, please consider subscribing to the channel. And for anyone who already has, you are incredible. Thank you for doing so. And with that, all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.